Hai guys, selamat datang lagi di Tiger Official Gaming Channel, tempat dimana kita bermain game bersama sampai tamat guys. Nah, kali ini kita akan lanjutkan lagi bermain game Final Fantasy 16, tepat dimana kita itu telah menyelamatkan Chocobo putih ya guys. Dan ternyata itu adalah teman masa kecilnya si Clive. Nah, sekarang kita udah punya Chocobo guys. Apabila kamu juga ingin nonton dari awal, silahkan cek playlist ya, yang aku taruh di video ini. Dan jangan lupa dibantu untuk subscribe guys. Dan tanpa menunggu lama lagi, mari kita lanjutkan bermainnya. Nah, ini kita coba panggil Chocobo ya guys ya, yang berusia ya. Kakak tekan R3 guys. Dan dia pun datang guys. Akhirnya ada Chocobo setelah sekian lama.
Let's go.
Alright, nice. Nah, si Jill juga ada ternyata guys. Torgal, ya itu nggak ada ya guys ya. Torgal bisa naik Chocobo ya. Akhirnya ada Chocobo. Galop, hold. Oh, bisa lari guys. Oh, kalau ngerem tekan L2. Kalau untuk turun tekan R3. Dan dia langsung hilang guys. Langsung hilang. Wey. Praktis ya. Oke, sekarang kita harus kembali guys. Kita kembali ke ini kayaknya ya. Tempat awal kita. Di peta gede. Ya. Alright guys, kita langsung ke hideaway guys.
Where's Gav?
Yes, where is Gav? Hi Jill.
Gav should be back by now.
Should be, see?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. Nah, dapat lagu baru guys, Soros Faded Form ya. Ini si Gav guys.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Porter's Older who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for indeed?
Oke, kita mesti sabar, Clive.
And what can I do for you? Going purse weighing you down?
Kita mesti beli potion, Clive.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
Yes, thank you, Sharon. So guys, sebelum kita jalankan misi ini, aku pinginnya mengerjakan beberapa hal dulu ya guys. Seperti di sini ya, the fruit of our labors guys. Jalannya, oh kita masih yang sebelah sana. Nah ini dia.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Apple-nya si Martel ya guys ya. So sad juga ya kita kehilangan dia ya guys. So kita mesti deliver item ini guys ke sini. And kita mesti jalan lagi guys. Nah ini dia orangnya guys. Kita antarin Apple ya.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't Those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Alright. Nah, kita cek dulu guys, si Muggle Nektar ya.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Nah, ini kita udah bisa akses untuk handboard ya guys ya. Kita cek dulu guys. The handboard. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the handboard. In hope the fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious mark. Guys, ini pertama tadi kita udah lawan ya guys di video sebelumnya. Ini udah kita take down the Ahriman. Yang berikutnya the Angel of Death kita belum temukan guys. Nah, ini ada Belphegor guys. Reports of the wild-eyed fish striking size. Ini di dekat East Pool guys. So di sini kita tahu lokasi-lokasinya ya guys ya. The Angel of Death juga ada. The Trader coming by the way of the Cairnorphen. Meet a troop with the Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite directions. Ada Harpy guys. So ini adalah Harpy dan ini adalah Belphegor. Oke. Ini di Cairnorphen ya guys. Sedangkan ini di East Pool guys. So kalau kita akan coba keliling ya supaya kita bisa take down ini guys.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Ah.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The Patron's Whisper. Oh, oke guys. Jadi kalau kita selesaikan sweat guys, itu si Clive dapetin renown ya guys. Dan kita bisa tukar renown itu sama si desire di Patron's Whisper. Nah, ini guys, seperti ini yang kalian lihat ya. Talk of the Tea House. And then dia ada respect. Kita punya 55 guys. Ini masih kita nggak tahu unknown.
All yours. Here you are.
So guys, idealnya itu adalah ketika kita membantu orang-orang sekitar dengan side quest, kita tuh dapetin poin ya guys. Nah, poinnya ini unlock beberapa tiering guys. So, ini kita nggak menukarkan currency, tapi begitu kita capai level tertentu, maka dia langsung unlock guys. Oke, lumayan lah ya. Dan salah satu unlocknya itu melakukan bounty hunting ya guys. So, sekarang kita akan coba cek guys.
I may have more for ya.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Always something in there.
Alright, thank you.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Alright guys, kita udah menyelesaikan misi The Martel's Apple ya guys ya. Dan sayang sekali sih si Martel harus meninggal ya guys. Namun legasinya tetap ada.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
to the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Alright guys, ini kita ada kembali ya guys. Kita akan battle dulu. Lumayan ya guys, monsternya level 24.
It's over. This one.
Oke, kita dapetin 30 experience point guys. Kalau dicek di sini ability kita itu banyak banget yang harus kita upgrade ya guys ya. Nah, ini ada butuh 620 guys. So kalau kita nggak pakai skill itu ya kita nggak usah upgrade sebenarnya ya. Ini untuk cyclone kita sering pakai ya guys. Tapi butuh 1000 poin. Nah ini kita juga sering pakai. Cyclone kita juga pakai guys. Kita tarik ya. So kita akan upgrade ini, kita tunggu 1000 poin guys. Alright, kita tag lagi peta. Ternyata oke. Kita harus kesini nih guys. But sebelum itu kita akan keliling dulu ya. Siapa tahu ada item. Oh ini bluebirdnya tetap enemy ya guys. $60 experience. Not bad, kita butuh itu.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Alright guys, kita udah sampai di desa ini ya guys ya. Dan kalian lihat ya, ada Black Shield di sana tadi sedang menakuti warga desa guys. Dan kita nggak tahu ada misi apa. Kayaknya dia bawahannya anak buah mamanya si Clive ya guys. Ini bahaya banget sih. Udah lama sih aku pengen bersedam sama si mamanya si Clive itu guys. Kayaknya agak sedikit tricky ya orangnya ya. So kita akan lanjutkan lagi bermain game ini guys. Nah kita cek dulu ke merchant ini guys.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Ya, we are a long way. Itemmu sayang sekali kita sudah punya lebih bagus ya. The Night Terrors Orchestral Roll. Kita hampir nggak pernah beli sama sekali musik ya guys di sini. Nah, item kita juga udah full guys.
Are you well?
Alright, thank you.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble.
There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Aneh banget, masa sih ada orang di sini yang membunuh si Black Shield? Kuat juga orang itu dong.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
Ini jangan si Clive yang dicari, guys. So kalau menemukan si Clive, lapor ke si Blackguard ya, guys ya. Pinter juga strategi mereka, guys. Oke. Speak with the villagers lagi, kita cari, guys. Yang mana villagersnya kita harus bicara. Apakah di sini?
Word is, Porty soldiers closed their gates to all but the highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls. What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on.
Ya, kid. Stay in the house aja. Oh, ada item, guys. Goblin coin. Kita hampir nggak pernah pakai goblin coin ya, guys. Aku juga nggak tahu item itu apa gunanya ya. Ini ada villagers, guys. Kita bicara aja.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Alright, kita udah keluar ya guys dari desa tadi dan kita dicari guys sebenarnya ya. So kita cek peta lagi guys. Ini kita harus kemana? Waduh, jalannya cukup jauh ya guys. Kita harus ngelewatin Lost Plum dan The Baum Arches ya guys.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
No, you can't do that.
Get him! Over here!
Lumayan kuat ya guys ya.
Get him! This one. Farewell. Over here. This one. Over here. Get him.
Alright. Tinggal satu-satunya. Sini.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Kesana guys, ke Aldous Gate guys. So ya ini sepertinya chapter penting ya, dimana branded itu ditangkap lalu disekap di sana semuanya guys. Kita cek keadaan sekitar dulu ya sebelum kita masuk ke sana. Ini ada item di sini. Dapetin apa? 3 sharp fang doang. So kayaknya nggak ada apa-apa lagi deh di sini guys. And be ready ya guys, sepertinya kita akan langsung war di sini. Oh, open.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Dan ternyata kita masih harus melanjutkan perjalanan ke Port Isolde ya guys. Nah, that's it dulu untuk video kali ini. Make sure kamu subscribe ya guys, agar kamu tidak ketinggalan cerita dari Final Fantasy 16 ini. So, sampai jumpa lagi kita di chapter berikutnya. Stay gaming and stay happy.